big atmosphere before the game. Was full of a carnival atmosphere. We had a lot of inflatable Canaries and beach balls and balloons being bounced around, so it felt like a bit of a party atmosphere. I think it was very unlikely that Hull were going to undo an 8-goal swing and take us out of the playoffs, and it was pretty clear that the team set up to play not to lose by much, rather than going to look to win the game. And unfortunately, it wasn't a great performance. We seemed to have pretty poor ball control right throughout. I don't know whether it was something to do with the pitch, but we seemed to hit a lot of balls long. Players didn't seem to want to go forward much, certainly in the first half. Credit to Birmingham, they came at us hard. They had a strong defence. They got all behind the ball, so it was probably hard to break them down. I don't think anybody was exceptional today. I thought Dimmy did pretty well when he came on. Good to see him back. But obviously the objective was to get to the playoffs, and objective achieved. Personally, before the game, I would have preferred to see us staying in 5th and playing Southampton. But having said that, if you're going to get to the Premier League, you've got to be able to beat any of the teams. So looking forward now to seeing Leeds over 2 legs. It'll be tough, of course, on Elland Road, but hopefully this time we won't give away a lead, and that we'd actually build a lead like we did in the first home game against Leeds. They haven't been on great form either, so I think it's all to play for. Exciting times ahead. I do think Josh Sargent missed having Ashley Barnes behind him, and I think we've got to figure something out to make sure that that 10 position does have somebody that pulls defenders away from Sargent, gives them a better chance. Overall, not a great game, but happy with the result, i.e. getting into the playoffs, which was the objective. And I think if you told anybody back in November, December that we were going to make the playoffs, I don't think they would have cared too much about losing to Birmingham in the last game. Birmingham obviously relegated. Strange to see the pitch invasion by some of their fans afterwards. Hard to know how the players felt about their performance because they were whisked away. But looking forward to next Sunday's game. Hopefully we can build a lead to bring to Elland Road with us the following Thursday. So Norwich fans, great that we've made the playoffs. Excited to see what we can do in the next couple of games. Onwards and upwards.
Another day on the road following Norwich away at Birmingham today. I think the team selection probably said it all, to be honest, from Wagner. Looked like a team set up to prevent an 8-goal swing taking place and cementing the position in the playoffs. Squad selection certainly looked like that. Some of the younger players on the bench. And I think Wagner said after the match, looking to make sure we got through 90 minutes without any significant injuries. The first half, a few good chances here and there, but not really much in it for Norwich, really. I think some of Kenny McLean's long-range passes, trying to find Sam McCallan out on the left wing, I think they were a long way off target. Probably Kenny's worst game for us all season, I think, really. Couldn't get a ball to stick, hitting them long all the time. Like I say, a bit of a lackluster first half. I think Sargent's definitely missed having Barnes alongside him. Would have much rather seen Sarah drop into that number 10 role and, trying to support Sarge. As I say, a bit of a nothing first half. Medical emergency, cracking to see the Norwich medical staff reacting to that first and getting into the crowd to support the Birmingham fan, wishing them all the very best. Into the second half, again, not much in it. Birmingham walk away with a 1-0 win. Felt to me like the goal was potentially offside, if I'm honest. Like I say, Norwich never really got out of first gear, never really looked like they were trying to win balls, win tackles. It was clear that the players didn't want to get injured with the playoffs almost cemented. A very lacklustre performance across the 90 minutes, but the mission has been accomplished. On to the playoffs. Leeds now over 2 legs. I don't think you can take much out of today's performance to see how we're going to set up for the Leeds game. 2 big cup finals now. Hopefully get a good result at home to take up to Elland Road. Looking forward to 2 more games and then potentially on to Wembley.
I feel fairly disappointed with the result today. I think, even though we all know that the game doesn't really mean very much, it would have been nice to see a bit of competitive spirit. I understand it's difficult for players to get motivated for a game that doesn't really count towards anything, but I think we could have sent a statement today, and we didn't really do that. I thought Angus Gunn played well, and Shane Duffy made a couple of really decent blocks. But I think our best attacking players really didn't get involved. I think Borja Sainz went missing really the whole game. Gabriel Sara sort of drifted in and out, and we just didn't look particularly interested in sending a message. Which again, I understand from a mentality perspective. I know that it's not that easy. But I just think it leaves a bit of a sour taste after the fantastic achievement that is making the playoffs with this squad. To end the season in this way is disappointing. But I think it's a clean slate starting from the playoffs, and I'm excited for these. I hope that the games are better than this one, because it wasn't exactly a thriller to watch, to be honest. And obviously, I think Birmingham will really. This game was about Birmingham, really, and I think it showed. It very much felt as though we were making up the numbers. We didn't seem particularly active in the game. And again, I understand all the reasons for that, but it's just a little bit disappointing, especially when Birmingham are one of the worst teams in the league. But I thought they were the better team today. But like I say, I'll sort of refresh my enthusiasm once the playoff starts, and the only way is up from here.